When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can seem intense. Like breakup R&B intense.
I thought you said you loved the sweater that I got you. If you didn't, you could have told me.
Geico makes it easy. Just go to Geico.com anytime to update or check your policy without all the extra drama.
I even had a gift receipt.
Blog Talk Radio.
From the D15 Studios, you're listening to episode 29 of This Happy Place podcast. Well, I apologize that there's no intro this week, but our audio got a little messed up, but we're going to continue anyways and go on this week. So let's start by getting the housekeeping out of the way. Don't forget to go over to our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/thishappyplace. Over there, you'll get all of the breaking Disney news as well as any news concerning the show. Also, follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is @thishappyplace. Over there, of course, again, any breaking news, we're usually tweeting once or twice a day at least to go over there. So go over there and make sure you follow us at @thishappyplace, DISHAPPYPLACE, and also on our YouTube channel. If you want to have any videos concerning Disney Cruise Line, Disneyland, and Disney World, just search This Happy Place on YouTube, and over there you'll get all of those kind of videos. And then also we have vlogging. When we go on vacations to Disney World, we have a vlogging channel. If you want to go over that and like that and follow us over there, it's youtube.com/adventures with an S with CS. So that'll take care of that. But let's get right into this week's news. And over to you, Tiffany.
Doctor Strange is now holding a meet and greet at Hollywood Studios. The new Marvel movie, Doctor Strange, opened in theaters this past Friday.
And I saw a video of this meet and greet, and a lot of people are upset. And I'll tell you why. Now, this might not register with you, Tiffany, but basically what it is, it's kind of a show where, at least this one I saw, he goes over and picks children out of the crowd, and that takes about 15 minutes to do. Now, that gets kind of lengthy, and
He
then
takes 15 minutes to pick children out of the crowd.
Yeah, because he does this little thing where, like, do you have the powers to be in the show kind of a thing, and so he does that.
And he's Doctor Strange to begin with.
Doctor Strange, the Marvel character.
Yeah,
and
which
then,
is he's strange.
And then, so basically, he then has a show with them that's not very entertaining, because I saw the show, and then he only takes pictures with those kids, and so regular people who are waiting don't get to. So that's causing a bit of an uproar on Twitter that they can't really meet him unless you're in the show, and then if you don't get picked, you're basically SOL. So that was kind of a disappointment for people. I'm not a big Marvel fan. I know neither are you. We haven't watched really any of the movies, except I tried to attempt to watch Guardians of the Galaxy, which didn't work out too well for me.
I just can't get into Marvel.
It's kind of different. I mean, you're either in or you're out. There's not really a gray area when it comes to Marvel, in my opinion.
But, of course, then you have Disney. It's like Disney/Marvel.
Because Disney bought Marvel, yeah.
So, exactly. So, you get the other fan base that you normally wouldn't. So, it's a smart move for Disney.
A conundrum when it comes to Marvel. Because on the East Coast in Orlando, Universal signed this contract with Marvel before they bought it. So, they can't have a lot of Marvel characters, most Marvel characters in the parks. Now, of course, were able to have Guardians of the Galaxy, and now can have Doctor Strange, because those are Disney Marvel entities.
And a lot of people don't realize how all of that comes
into play. So, I think it's kind of forced almost, this Doctor Strange, just to get some Marvel properties in. And Hollywood Studios needs something. So I think this one feels a little forced, in my opinion. It is what it is. That's going to be there. I'm guessing a month and it'll be gone. That's my opinion. Disney is set to make a live-action Snow White film. No release date has been announced, or no cast has been announced, But another live-action classic film is coming to our ways. Of course, they're making Beauty and the Beast right now, and with Emma Watson from Harry Potter. But now we're going to get a Snow White film, I'm guessing, in probably 2019. It'll probably be released. That's my guess. I'm sure we'll know more after D23 this coming summer.
Once Upon a Time Cancel show premiered at the Magic Kingdom this past Friday night. It replaced the old show, Celebrate the Magic.
I haven't seen it yet. I'd like to see this. But I'm interested because we're going back in January. So this is probably something we'll have to catch while we're there.
Yeah. We do have park hopper passes.
So we're going to be trying to hit all of them.
We'll probably be all bug-eyed and tired. And
we'll get
a lot of good sprinting done.
Get a lot of walking. But yeah, so this is interesting because Celebrate the Magic was there for a while. I've seen it a few times. It's pretty cool. I mean, if you've never seen a castle projection show, it's amazing what they can do. But I know they're going with more of a Beauty and the Beast theme when it comes to this show. But I think they're going to kind of intertwine a bunch of their properties in there. So I haven't seen it yet. I'd like to see it. Maybe I'll catch it on YouTube or something to see what it's like before we go. But yeah, a new castle. So anything new is always a good thing when it comes to Disney parks. The Disney has announced their holiday television specials, and there are some changes from what has been done in the past. The Wonderful World of Disney Magical Holiday Celebration will air on Thanksgiving. It's going to air from 8 to 10 Eastern Time on ABC. That's something new that's not happened in the past, but will happen this year. Disney Parks presents a Descendants Magical Holiday Celebration will air on the Disney Channel on November the 25th from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Basically what that is going to be is a celebration of the old Descendants movie that was on the Disney Channel, and they'll bring in the parks to kind of intertwine that. That'll be the Friday after Thanksgiving. And then, of course, something that we're all used to every year, the Disney Parks Magical Christmas Celebration will be airing again this Christmas on ABC from 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. So I know they're not filming any Disney parade footage from the Disney World Resort this year, but they are going to do a lot of concerts. I know Garth Brooks is expected to attend and be in some of these episodes. So I think it's going to be hosted by Derek and Julianne Hough from Dancing with the Stars fame. So looking forward to these. Any extra Disney magical TV celebration shows are always good, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's good that they're, putting more out there for everyone, trying to get more Disney fans.
Yep, pretty soon we'll probably have a Halloween special coming before long, a couple of years from now.
Oh, yeah.
Though they're trying to expand their holiday reach. So
got to get Boo to You in there.
Yep. All right, so let's go over to you with this week's shopping segment.
Shopping. Okay. Well, it's no surprise. Christmas is kind of close. Even though we haven't celebrated Thanksgiving yet.
Right when you get past Thanksgiving, it's now. Past Halloween, it's Christmas.
Really, it's very, very close. So, all right, this is for your Disney person who likes, a little different collectible, or somebody who's just a Disney fan. There's all kinds of things on this website. It's themeparkconnections.com. So they have a website, and then they also have a store. It's at 2160 Premier Row, Orlando, Florida, 32809. They're open Monday through Friday and Saturday. Monday through Friday, 10 to 5, Saturday, 10 to 3. They have collectibles and souvenirs. You can even get movie props, theme park props, even old cast members' costumes, which is kind of cool. Because, Disney cast members really dress pretty cool sometimes. You can pick up some of those at $49.99. You can get posters and lithographs, figurines, a set of movie posters of 6 for $45. And you can even buy the Disney's Boardwalk Resort Villas famous carousel canvas print for $349.99. I know a lot of people really like the carousel print. They think it's really pretty, and it's popular at Boardwalk. So, it's a really neat website. You should check it out and get your Disney collectible lover, Disney fan, something really unique and cool there.
Sounds good, yeah. Theme Park Connection, I know they have an eBay store as well, I believe. So if you just search for them on eBay, they have some stuff out there. So they have all kinds of neat stuff, and it could take you hours to look through all of it. So thank you for this week's shopping segment.
Absolutely.
All right, so this week we're going to review, because we're just a few weeks removed from when we visited the Epcot Food and Wine Festival. So we're going to review it and give you our thoughts, maybe a little bit of our highlights of what we ate, what we think of this year's festival. In my opinion, I guess we'll start with our general view of the festival this year. In my opinion, I didn't enjoy it as much as I did in 2014 when we went. How was your general knowledge of the festival?
I didn't seem to enjoy it as much.
Any reasons why?
Well, we have a toddler to worry about, for one.
Yeah, but I
think that puts a little damper on it.
I think it was even more than that. I think it seemed too chaotic. It seems like they're almost at the max of what they can do when it comes to booths. I think there's almost too many booths, because when you walk from one to the other, you're missing booths. It feels like you're missing booths because there's like 3 for every 5 steps you make. It feels like.
Yeah, but it's such a popular event. I think they really need all those booths.
Now, if
because one thing I did notice, and I don't know if it was the day we went on or what.
And we went on a Wednesday, just for your record.
We did go on a Wednesday, but I think even though I think some of the crowd got pushed back from Hurricane Matthew.
That's true.
So I think it was probably more crowded than it would have been. But this festival always draws such a huge crowd anyway. But the lines were a lot longer in 2014. So maybe that's why they added more booths so you can get in and out, because we were able to get in and out really easily this time.
But we went on a Saturday in 2014.
Well, that probably had a lot to do. I didn't remember that.
Yeah, that could be a little bit to do with it as well.
But, it just makes sense. The more booths, the more spread out the people will be. So that's more choices.
In my opinion, I'd rather them have maybe 10 less booths and more seating. Because it's the running joke for Disney fans is that you have to eat on your table is a trash can.
And that is absolutely true.
And yeah, I know it's a running joke because.
And thank God their trash cans are clean.
Yeah, because that's pretty much what you got to do. I mean, and it gets like, okay, the food's great, but like, I'm eating on a trash can.
It's hilarious when you think about it. I'm eating on a trash can, but their trash cans are so clean at Disney, and I am a,
clean freak.
Yeah, a clean freak. Yeah. It's amazing that a trash can can be so clean.
The other disappointment I had was the overall merchandise availability. Because it feels like if you're not there in the first couple of weeks, something's going to be sold out. Like, for instance, my mother, when she was there with us, she wanted the Figment magnet from that was the logo magnet from this year. And it was not available in any stores. We checked every one of them, and it was not available anywhere. So it seems like they tend to not order enough merchandise. And I'm sure now it's got to be worse. Well, yeah, we went to Flower Garden. It's a festival thing.
Yeah, it's a festival.
It seems like they always are not ordering enough merchandise. And it seems like, hey, if somebody in merchandising can figure out if we're sold out and we're only halfway, not even halfway in when we went, maybe we should order a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm still bummed out. I really wanted the flower pot.
So I just don't get that. It seems like every time we go to one of these festivals, something that's a popular merchandise pick is always sold out. And Disney should be able to plan for that.
Okay, Disney.
They're kind of good
Disney
at that.
merchandisers out there, you listen to us.
I mean,
order just a little more.
So that was another disappointment. It seems like when you go into the festival center, nothing's really changed much. You still have the people, obviously you have to do but like the stores, it's always the same stuff. There's just nothing different about the festival center. It seems like they're not adding anything, or
you think, ooh, festival center, that sounds really fun, right?
But like it's the same every year.
It's always kind of a little depressing, do you think, when you walk in there?
No, I don't think it's
they
depressing.
need, like, music. I don't know. I know
well,
they do
they only
demonstrations.
use it for that. They only use it for the 2 festivals.
Yeah.
That's all they use that for
but,
now.
It needs a little something.
Yeah,
They did have really cool flowers in there for Flower and Garden. Though.
Yeah, but, like, I just feel like it's missing something, and I don't know what. But it's missing something. It seems like it's missing some kind of Disney magic. With what Disney...
That's what it's missing.
Disney
it's
has got
missing Disney magic.
So much technology that at their fingertips. You'd think they would be able to add something. Maybe, you know what would make it better?
What?
Okay, and this
what
is
would
thinking
make
outside
it better?
the box. And because you have stores, and that's pretty much it.
You heard it first here.
But maybe like a Disney meet and greet. Like maybe like Mickey Mouse in like a chef hat for Food and Wine, and a Flower and Garden and like with a Flower and Garden background or something. Something that's different. Something you can only get there during the festival.
Oh, people would love that.
That's
what
I think it's.
Our Figment in a chef hat.
Yeah, some kind of something. You know, a character meet and greet that has something to correspond with the festival that you're at. Maybe like have a 2016 Epcot Food and Wine background with Mickey in a chef hat.
Something funny in this. This is kind of off the wall here, but the festival center, the restrooms are really clean usually.
That is off the wall.
I know, and it's such an old center, and it's used, twice a year. It hasn't been updated in a while, so it's kind of got like this, I guess, like 1970s feel-ish.
That's because that's when it was open for 80s,
oh, really?
mid-80s.
See,
82,
totally.
I guess I should say, was when the park opened.
And
it was open
so,
then, so then it closed, I think, mid-90s. I'm not,
okay.
Don't kill me on that one. But
well, I had no idea the time frame either, but it's kind of cool.
80s, I guess I should say. It's more 80s than
Nostalgic. 70s. Visit the restroom.
All right, so let's get into food, because obviously that's what everyone wants to know about. We're going to go through a few highlights. You started at the Chew Collective. This was your first thing you ordered at all. It was the grilled beef skewer with romaine, apricots, and feta cheese. Tell us about that.
It really set the bar high for the rest of the Food and Wine Festival because this was so good.
Mm-hmm.
The beef had the best flavor. I really liked it a lot. I was telling Had and his mom, I was like, you guys
that was
gotta
one of your
taste
favorites.
this. It was one of my favorites.
All right, then you went over to the Chocolate Studio in Future World West and got the Liquid Nitro Chocolate Almond Truffle with warm whiskey caramel. Tell us about that.
Now, doesn't that sound like a flavor of infusion right there? It was good. It was good. It wasn't as good as I thought it would be. The concept was really cool, but the wine there was even better.
Well, that's what we're getting into next.
The paired wine.
The Rosa Regel Sweet Red Sparkling Wine.
The pairing of the wine and chocolate was most delightful. So much so that I had to have another little sip of the rose wine. Very good, very good.
So that was one of your favorite alcoholic beverages there.
That was my favorite. Best wine I've ever had.
Well, and when we previewed it, we said, oh, they got rid of the kimchi dog. Now, we walk up to Africa, and I see on the quick service, which is the refreshment cool post right there in Africa, the spicy hot dog with kimchi and mustard sauce, and I almost lost my mind.
Now, you said African?
It was in Africa.
Because before, wasn't it Korea?
South Korea.
Yeah.
I lost my mind because
how is that possible?
I immediately ordered because that's probably the only place they could put it. It was right next to where the South Korea booth was. But I lost my mind. Of course, got that. I was excited. Tasted exactly like the kimchi dog they used to have at South Korea. So, but it's a full-size dog. So it wasn't a small one. And we ended up, with the four of us, we ended up each getting a piece. I ended up cutting it up and getting everyone a piece.
You know, and that was kind of towards the end. If we had known that
I would have probably got that first.
I would have got a whole dog.
Yeah, I probably would have too. Because even though it was still spicy as all get out, it was very good. Very, very good.
I don't know why. We'd like that a lot.
Over in Germany, they had the roast bratwurst and the hard roll. I missed the pretzel roll. I'm going to be honest with you. I loved the bratwurst as I did the last time. But it's missing the pretzel roll. The pretzel roll was really, 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 really good on it last time. So that's the one disappointing, but it was still very good, and still I highly, highly recommend.
And you guys, you should check out our YouTube videos because I got really good footage of Chad eating this bratwurst.
I'm sure that's what they all want to see.
I know it is. That's why I did it.
All right. And over in Italy, you got the Panette. I'm going to kill this name. Alla Parmigiana, which is basically chicken Parmesan and baked ziti.
Very good. Very good.
And was it as good as the Flower and Garden chicken Parmesan?
No, I don't think it was.
And why? Why do you think that?
I don't know if it. I don't know. I've had some really good Italian food here recently, so I don't know if that kind of was like a spoiler or if it just wasn't as good. But before, it was like I could eat a whole meal of this. I think something was a little different in it.
Over in Brazil, which is located in between the Morocco and France pavilions, I got the Pão de Queijo, which is the Brazilian cheese bread. Now, this we both, and you got some of this as well, because we split this.
Yeah, we split taste. We shared with the masses.
In my opinion, your first bite was great, but then it comes with this weird aftertaste. Weird aftertaste. So it wasn't my favorite. But I was trying to adventure out a little bit, and that's about as adventurous as I get. So I was like, cheese bread from Brazil. I'll venture out.
Wow, that's adventurous.
So I went out to that, and I really wasn't a fan. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about was my all-time favorite thing, and it is every time, and they added a pretzel roll, which makes it even better, the cheese soup, the Canadian cheddar cheese soup, served with a pretzel roll.
Which I'm not a fan.
You don't like that at all, but you did try it.
It's very bland.
I love it.
I like a little spice or flavor.
I could eat 8 cups of that, and I know it runs in my family because my dad can also do the same thing.
Oh yeah.
But yes, and they added a pretzel roll last year or 2014. You didn't have anything with it. They added a pretzel roll this year. And I'm telling you, I liked it. I liked it a lot. That was one of my favorite things. Now, when it comes to merchandise, we bought a few things.
We did?
We did.
Are you sure?
100%.
I don't think so.
I got it wasn't as much as we usually get. I'm going to be honest with you on that. We got the magnet, and it says Eat Around the World, and has the logo of this year.
Taste Around the World.
Taste Around the World. It has the logo of this year's Epcot Food Wine. Another note to Disney merchandise. That is the biggest magnet I've ever seen in my life.
It's huge.
It's like taking up a quarter of our refrigerator.
It's almost the size of like a 4x6 picture.
We have it right next to
maybe 3x5.
No, not that big.
I don't know.
We have it next to the Taste of the World Around the World 2014 magnet, and that's a third of the size.
Which is much cooler.
And I like that one better.
The whole print thing going on this year, I wasn't a fan of.
I wasn't a huge fan. I like the Figment ones they went with this year, but I wasn't an overall fan of the other logo.
Right.
And I don't think a lot of people are either, because I noticed that there's a lot of that merchandise still sitting there. So it'll be at the Disney Character Warehouse in probably 2 months.
Just what I was about to say. Just wait a little bit. Go to the factory outlet.
Probably be at the Character Warehouse.
It'll be there.
But yeah.
We'll see that in January.
Probably. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it's a good festival to attend. I'll still give it that. I think they're trying to almost overdo themselves, and I'm worried that they might overextend themselves, but we'll see on that front if that happens. But I mean, did you have a good time?
I had a good time. But I really think, I know it's Disney, but I think they need to lower the prices just a little bit.
For what? The actual stuff?
The samplings, yeah.
They ain't going to. You might as well forget that.
I know, but...
It goes up every year. It does the opposite. Because there's so many people there, it's going up. You might as well forget that.
Just some of these things. But because you're sampling it.
But it's weird.
And then you don't even like it, and you're like, I just paid $9 for this. And that's like
but what the weird thing is like it's not really corresponding with each other. You can get one thing that's like $5 and it's huge, and you're like, man, that was a good deal.
Right.
And then you get something for like $9 and it's really small, and you're like, huh? What? So it's not really corresponding. It's like I don't know where they come up with the prices, honestly. It doesn't seem like it's very, like, the same. It's just like they kind of just, like, it's like they just throw a price on and go, okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
If someone buys it, we're good.
And on a side note, the filet mignon that everybody talked about that was so good.
Mm-hmm. That was, I think...
It was good.
Was that Canada? I think it was.
I can't remember where it was.
Let me check.
But everybody was like...
Yes, it was. The Le Cellier wild mushroom beef filet mignon with truffle butter sauce.
It was so good, but I don't like the sauce.
The butter sauce.
Yeah.
That's something new, I think, this year. I'm not 100% sure, but I think... Because I'm not a big
could do
mushroom,
without the
so
sauce.
I know I'm not going to go for that.
That was another good one. But if you do want to go to the Food and Wine Festival, you only have to November the 14th, so you better get a move on it.
Getting ready to end 2 more... Well, 1 more week. I didn't realize it was that much.
Got to get a move on it.
Yeah, wow. It's coming up. Yeah, because then they're going to start their Holiday Around the World festival. They always go from one festival to the next at Epcot, it seems like. So we'll get
Well, they have to, I think, because there's not a whole huge draw, but they do have the new Frozen ride.
Which is a huge draw, because those lines are out of control.
Out of control.
We did ride it, though. It was fun.
We did ride it. The gates open.
We went straight
We
to
got our morning workout, sprinting to Frozen the ride.
It was fun.
And it was a good thing because there's no other way we would have rode it.
That'll conclude our review, I guess I should say, not preview, review of the Epcot Food and Wine Festival. We will be back on Sunday, November the 20th with our how to spend the holidays at Disney World, all the holiday events, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. We'll go through all of them, kind of give you an idea of what's to come for those holidays, because I know a lot of you guys are getting ready to go to Disney World. So we'll go through those. That'll be November the 20th. It'll be the Sunday before Thanksgiving to kind of give you a heads up. Again, thank you guys always for listening. Again, Facebook.com/ThisHappyPlace. And also our Twitter, it's @ThisHappyPlace. And don't forget our YouTube channels. First one is search YouTube, This Happy Place on YouTube. Over there you'll find all kinds of videos. And our vlogging one, YouTube.com/AdventuresWithCS. Is there anything else you got before we go?
You need to stay with us because we want to make your heart full of the Disney magic. So keep listening to us, tuning in, having a good time.
Yep, so we'll be right here again November the 20th with holidays around the world at Disney World. So we'll go into Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then New Year's, kind of give you a heads up on what's to come, because if you're going to go for those holidays, you better plan, because there's a lot of crowds and a lot of people. So you guys need to come join us on November 20th so you'll know exactly what to do and how to plan to make it the most enjoyable experience you can possibly make it this holiday season at Disney World.
That's right. You can really get your heart full during the holidays of Disney magic.
All right. Until then, we will see you guys November the 20th talking holidays around Disney World. Until then, so long, everybody.